Let's get to the weather updates first. Red alerts have been issued for the Indian states of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar as dense to extremely dense fog is expected to disrupt visibility and daily movement over the next 2 days. The Met Department has issued a red alert for Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, warning of dense to extremely dense fog during early morning hours on December 19th and 20th. The conditions are expected to significantly reduce visibility and disrupt normal movement during peak morning hours. An orange alert has been placed over Punjab, Haryana and Delhi, where dense fog is likely to persist during early hours. Yellow alert is in place for Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Odisha, Gangetic West Bengal and parts of northeast India. In these regions, dense fog is likely in isolated pockets between December 19th and 22nd, with visibility issues expected mainly during morning hours. Due to prevailing fog conditions in parts of northern India, Ministry of Civil Aviation has issued an advisory stating that all airport operations may be impacted. Passengers are requested to remain in contact with their airlines, check official platforms for updates and allow extra time for travel. Passenger facilitation teams are available at airports to support the travellers. For the day, 79 departures, including 2 international and 73 domestic arrivals, are cancelled today. Our correspondent Akshay Dongre joins us from New Delhi to get us more. Akshay, good morning. What more can you spell out? We've told our viewers that travel advisory has been issued by Civil Aviation Ministry. Get us more details.
Well, Preeti, first of all, if you can see in my own background here, you can see the situation of fog. You hardly can see, people that are barely about 20 to 30 meters away, and that is the situation in almost all the parts of North India, especially in the states of Haryana, in the state of Punjab, in Delhi, and the situation is even worse in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. So it's sort of a very difficult situation for several of the commuters who are traveling from one place to another. Especially in the wee hours of today and even yesterday, the situation was almost the same, and it has been there for quite some time as far as the prevailing fog situation is concerned, and which it gets even worse with the sort of the bad air quality that mixes with the fog, and it turns into a smog that is even deadlier as far as these travel operations are concerned. So if you look at the the working of the aviation sector, as you rightly mentioned, over 70 flights, including 70 over 70 departures have been cancelled, including 2 international, and over 70 arrivals at the Indira Gandhi International Airport have been cancelled. Many of the flights are delayed. Travel advisories are being issued because of the situation. It becomes quite risky to operate the flight operations, and that's the reason why usually we see these situations erupting in winters. Winter flight operations, that the flights do not take off on time, or do not arrive on time either. But this year especially, the situation is becoming worse. There have been several factors to it. Climate change is one of the major factors as far as these kind of extreme weather events are concerned, be it monsoon, be it summer seasons, be it winters. Unprecedented sort of weather patterns are being reported, and there is hardly anything that we can do about it. There's hardly anything that the authorities can do about it, but to adapt to the situation that is evolving in these kind of extreme weather events. The commuters will have to have been advised that they should keep on checking their details about their flight status. That they can use internet, the mobile application of the government of India, as well as of the airlines as well, to ensure that they leave on time, because in situations like these it becomes extremely difficult to operate airports as well, because a lot of people start pouring into the airport, their flight get cancelled, they try to book another flights, or the flights are delayed there, so they have to spend several hours at the airport, waiting for their flight timings to update, or look for an alternative option. So it's best to check the weather conditions. It's best to check even for the railway operations, especially for flight operations, and even if you're traveling from one place to another via your own personal vehicle, it becomes extremely important to see the weather, weather situation while driving in sort of highways where fog and dense smog situation can make it quite hazardous to drive at higher speeds, because there is hardly any distance that you can see, and that has led to, in the past as well, several of accidents that take place, because if there is one accident and other cars are following from behind, they are not able to judge when to stop, and that leads to pile up of accidental vehicles on the highways that can turn deadly as well. So the situation is bad, but travel advisories are being issued by the government as well as by the private players when it comes to aviation sector, and it becomes essential for people to check the advisories before they plan to travel, for a safe and easy travel for them, as well as for easier execution of these operations. Back to you, Preeti.
All right, Akshay, we leave it here. Thank you so much for joining us with those details.